Hey everyone, in this video we will explore the fuzzy merge outer join option in Power Query. So let's start, and I'll just start by explaining to you the tables I have and then we'll play around with it. So I've got the employee table and it's got the employee ID, employee name and the department table. So you can see that. And then I've got the sales table, and the sales table's got the sales ID and the employee name and the sales amount. So let's do a quick join on these tables. So I'm on the Power Query editor, as you can see, and I'll go on to merge queries and I'll click on merge queries as new. So what this will open, it'll open up a pop-up for us where I can play around with the multiple options. So we've got the sales table. So we want to join on, let's keep the employee table on the left and we'll keep the sales table on the right, and we'll join on the basis of the employee name. And I'll hit OK. So it will create a join based on the table. So I'll just quickly expand the sales table. Hit OK. So it includes all those. And you can see it's only included one field, Emily Davis. Now, so for example, you know in your organization that the data captured in different systems is not consistent, and you're like, okay, even if there's an 80% match between employee names, get me those. So that's when you want to use the fuzzy join. And I want, because I've used a full outer join, I want all the rows from both the tables. I don't want to miss out on anything. So we've already done a merge, but I'll go back to the source, click on the gear icon here. And you can see we've done a left outer, which is not what we don't want. We want a full outer. So if I hit full outer and hit OK now, and we'll go to the expanded because we've done the expansion, you can see there's only one field which was matching. So let's quickly now go back to the gear icon and we'll go through the options quickly. So I'll just say use fuzzy matching, and it says it's matching 6 of 10 rows. So we'll hit OK for now, and we'll go here. And you can see now that there are some values which are matching. So Emily Davis is matching, Adrian Bing, you can see Adrian Bing is matching, but the A and the B, the starting letter of the first and the last name are lowercase in the sales table. So it started, and then I've got two rows joining for John Smith. So let's just quickly see. Let's say I just want one row for each join. I don't want multiple rows. So how do we manage that? So I'll hit the gear icon again. And with the fuzzy matching option enabled, so maximum number of matches. So it's an optional field, but I say I just want one. I don't want two. So you'll quickly, when we go here, you'll see that there is only one John Smith that is matching now, not the other John Smith. Now we'll start playing around with some more options. So so now let's say with the fuzzy matching option, let me open this out. And similarity threshold is the most important one, like from our perspective. So if I say 1 on similarity threshold, which essentially means I want a perfect match. So if I say that, there'll just be one field, that's Emily Davis, which will match. So I'll just put 1 here, and you can say it's doing it. It's saying 2 because I've got ignore case on. So I'll just take ignore case, and it's only matching one row. So you can see when I say I want a perfect match, only Emily Davis matches. Now we've already seen this, but I'll play through this. So with the fuzzy matching option, let's say I go and say, hey, let's ignore the case, and then it's 2 because Adrian Bing also starts matching then. And you can see that here. So we got Adrian Bing matching. Now let's go back. So we just wanted to cover these two options. And if I change the threshold to, let's say 0.9 and see what happens, how many matches? So it's saying 6 rows are matching. So essentially we are saying even if there's a 90% match, get me those. So I say 0.9. And you can see now, so you've got John Smith matching, but the other John Smith is not matching. So maybe let's just see if we've got that option of 1, that optional parameter we set. So let's go, and yeah, so let's just remove this field and hit OK again. And so you can see there are 2 John Smiths which are matching. Now it's up to you whether you want to keep 1 or not, but we've explored that option. Yeah. And so now let's go back again, and maybe just make the threshold value maybe 0.6. So I'm just saying if there's a 60% match, what happens? So it's still 6. So I'll just say half, and it's saying 6. Let's say 4. So 40% match. And you can see all of a sudden the selection, there are 9 rows which are matching. So go here, and you can see most of the stuff is matching except there's an apple. So when the employee name is Apple, it is not matching, and where the employee name is Fruit Loop. So that's the only rows which are not matching. Now I've got a mapping table here. So let's say I know okay, and I need to make the first row as header here, so it's slightly, so I'll just say use first row as header. So with the mapping table, you have to have a from column and a to column. So it's mandatory if you read the Microsoft documentation. Now let's go back to the merge table because that's what we wanted to play with. So now let's say I know that my employee name Apple is called Fruit Loop in the sales table. So I can build a mapping table and I can get that. So let's say that you know that you maybe you've added an extra space somewhere in the sales table which is coming from another source. You can build a mapping table and do a join, and you can get perfect matches. So I'll just do that. So we go to the source again, click on the gear icon, and now I'll open the fuzzy matching, but I'll look at the mapping table. So I'll say use this table, hey, and we'll give the mapping table. And now you can see 10 on 10 rows are matching. So if I hit OK now, and we go here, you can see now we've got, where is that, Fruit Loop and Apple. So Apple is now matching to Fruit Loop. So in this video, we've looked at using full outer joins, and there might be some rows which don't match, and that's okay too, because we're using full outer join. It will get the full data set. It's just that we won't have corresponding matches for particular rows. So just to recap, in this video, we've covered the fuzzy matching for full outer join option in Power Query Editor. I think the key with this whole thing is that you play around and see what's the optimum value. You have to echo it back with the business stakeholders or whoever owns the data to say, hey, is this correct? Is this what you want? Is 40% the threshold we want to go with, or we want to be slightly tighter and go with 90% matches only? Anything below 90% is not acceptable. Again, a quick recap. In this video, we've covered the fuzzy merge full outer join option and the various options that come with it in the Power Query Editor. I hope you find this video useful, and thanks for watching this video. Please do subscribe to my channel and like my videos if you enjoy what I'm doing. Cheers, bye.